With the increasing emphasis on evidence-based policy making and attention to results, by now most people recognize the importance of statistics for measuring development outcome. But many people forget that like health systems or education systems or infrastructure, statistics are an important development sector. With special occasions such as the World Statistics Day, we hope to keep statistics on the radar of development planners and policymakers around the world.
For the past 40 years, the World Bank has assembled a comprehensive database on development issues, on economic progress, on social development, on environmental sustainability. The World Development Indicators is the work of many people here at the World Bank and in the United Nations system and in statistical offices around the world. Our goal now is to make these data available to everyone, to students, to teachers, to reporters, to government officials, to increase understanding and to stimulate the search for innovative ways to accelerate progress and to fight poverty.
Ever wondered about the population of your country? How fast it's growing, or how many people live in poverty? Imagine a place where the answers to those questions are free, accessible, and easy to use. That's the World Bank's Open Data Initiative.
When we launched our Open Data Initiative in April, we made a broad array of World Bank data open to all for the first time and free of charge. Our collection of global data, which ranges from poverty rates to the prevalence of HIV, is a remarkable resource, and we believe that it can be put to best use if it's open and freely available to the world. Today, October 7th, 2010, marks the official launch of the World Bank's Apps for Development competition, the first global contest of its kind. I'm asking you to create applications for new analysis and new ways to solve the world's long-standing problems. This competition challenges you to develop the best software application, whether web-based, mobile, through SMS, smartphone, desktop, or tablet, using World Bank data. Several apps have already been developed using our data, and we're delighted with the work that's been done so far. I'm excited to see the creativity sparked by this contest, and believe that some of the most interesting entries will come from those of you who are closest to problems in developing countries.
How do you relate data to people's real-world life issues and real-world problems?
6.
There's some way in which people could actually send in information on their cell phones or whatever, saying, today the teacher wasn't there in my kid's school. And there's a way in which we can systematically collect that data. Then you already have the empowerment.
Any indicator, any country, you can compare countries, you can chart them, visualize them.
I come from the medical profession, and we were sort of very concerned with H1N1, wasn't we? It was a severe disease, we thought, but it turned out swine flu wasn't that bad. I've also been very concerned about DBHT. DBHT has been a more chronic disorder, you know, and it's database hugging disorder. And I congratulate deeply, and from a lot of people out there, the World Bank for having cleared itself completely from this disorder.
Open Data فرصتك الآن للحصول على كل المعلومات التي تحتاجها مجانا من بيانات البنك الدولي.
La iniciativa Open Data, o Iniciativa de Datos de Libre Acceso, es un importante pilar en la política de acceso a la información del Banco Mundial. Open Data es una página web que contiene una potente base de datos estadísticos de alta calidad, con más de 1.500 indicadores de desarrollo, y además permite generar tablas, gráficos y mapas. Open Data es fácil de usar y es de acceso libre y gratuito para todos. Visite nuestra página web.
When I was at the UN MDG meeting, I couldn't help feeling, yes, there was good work in education, good work in health, good work in water, good work in child or maternal mortality. But people don't fit in boxes and categories. They cut across those. And so if you're trying to deal with an intervention, you have to see how to work across the sectors. We've launched what I think may be one of our most exciting initiatives about open data, open knowledge, open solutions. We've now released 4,000 development indicators, totally accessible and all for free.
Open data has made the World Bank's development databases open, accessible and searchable, and much more easy to use. Our new website at data.worldbank.org offers unrestricted access to over 4,000 indicators and time series for over 200 economies, many going back more than 50 years. Users can now download entire data sets for a particular country or a particular indicator. They can quickly access the raw data, they can click a button to comment on the data and email and share those data with social media sites. They can create maps, line charts and use widgets to make those maps and line charts available on their websites and their blog posts. A new data catalog lists all available data sets that the World Bank has, includes data feeds on projects that the bank supports in our client countries. We're working with others as well to make other data sets that are important for development available, for example, microdata for surveys and also subnational data.
Би оюутан байхдаа өөрийнхөө судалгаанд хэрэгтэй тоо баримтыг олохын тулд Дэлхийн банк болон бусад байгууллагуудын статистикийн сан төлбөр төлж ашигладаг байсан. Нээлттэй мэдээлэл нь хэрэгтэй тоо баримт болон мэдээллийг үн төлбөргүй бөгөөд хэлбэрхэн олох арга боломжийг олгож байгаамаа.
With so many data points now, we need to make it really easy to be able to dive in and find the different indicators. So one of the nice features here is on find the indicator side, you can just start typing. So as we start typing GDP, it will pull up all indicators with GDP in it. So let me jump now over to one of the new indicators. We can go to hospital beds per 1,000 people. And you can see right off the bat, you get a world average trend line for that particular indicator. And what we can do here is we can quickly start typing and comparing countries to each other. So let's pull up Pakistan here, and again, just as you start typing, it will just add them in. And let's also pull up, let's compare hospital beds per 1,000 in India and Pakistan. As we can see, they're pretty close here. Here in Pakistan, 0.7. India starts pulling ahead here. What's great about this is not just that I can make custom graphs, but I can actually click embed, and it will pull up a small window for me and allow me to just grab the embed code. And now I can drop this in actually any site. So not only is there more data and it's easier to find, but you can also grab it and put it in your own site. So.
Imaginez un endroit où les données à propos du développement humain sont gratuites, accessibles et faciles à utiliser. C'est ça l'initiative des données ouvertes de la Banque mondiale.
統計データは貧困のない世界という目標を実現するための最もパワフルなツールの一つです。オープンデータプロジェクトがその道をリードします。
So this is the quarterly statistical review. Now, it's not the most exciting publication in the world, it has to be said. But without publications like this, without documents like this, which continue on a continuous basis collect statistical data, there are no statistics to be able to plan things like an education system.
The World Bank is helping countries to invest in their statistical systems through a number of mechanisms, including investment loans, development policy lending, and grants from trust funds. Based on comprehensive strategies prepared by countries themselves, our support covers all main areas of official statistics, including management, human resource development, improvement in data collection, transmission, and storage, estimation of main economic and social indicators, and most importantly, timely data dissemination. They encourage openness and transparency and promote trust and integrity in statistics. Increasingly, support from the World Bank is being organized and delivered through a partnership with other development partners and with countries in the driving seat.
Открытые данные или инициатива Всемирного банка по созданию свободного и удобного доступа к информации для всех пользователей усиливает уже существующие импульсы к развитию, добавляет новые во всех сферах – социальной, политической, экономической. Это очень ответственный шаг как для производителей статистики, так и ее пользователей. So
one of the big problems with aid transparency today is that the information about where this aid is flowing is really not that accessible. I can do a search online, but it's hard to know where to even begin finding out what is the good data. Even when I look at something like the World Bank's website, which has some of the best publicly available information about its project, the locations of the projects are buried in documents that are sometimes hundreds of pages long, and you have to sort through pages and pages and pages to really get a snapshot of what's going on in that country. And so it becomes difficult to answer questions like, how is aid being dispersed across a country, or is it flowing to my community? And so the real question we're trying to answer is how to make that information accessible, and the answer to that is geocoding.
So we hope that through these maps, interactive maps, which provide people and citizens on the ground with information where the schools are being built, where the hospitals are being built, a much better dialogue and conversation between citizens, citizen groups, NGOs and donors and the government. So we have recently seen in Haiti, for instance, during the reconstruction and the post-disaster work, a lot of people directly sending via SMS and cell phone feedback on the actual destruction of their schools. So we believe that if citizens are more involved in development, if they have more access to information and it's more open, then they can better participate in development in our projects. And that we hope that will enhance the results and effectiveness of projects. And technology is really just a tool, an instrument to enable that dialogue and enhance participation of a much broader audience than we usually were able to engage.
बनिए विकास का हिस्सा ओपन डेटा के साथ मुफ्त सुलभ और उपयोगी
ስለ አንድ ሀገር ለማወቅ በጥሩ ሁኔታ የተቀነባበረ መረጃ ያስፈልጋል። ይህንን ዓለም አቀፋዊ የሆነው መረጃ የዓለም ባንክ ኦፕን ዴታ በሚል ድህረ ገጽ ለተጠቃሚ በነፃ አሰራጭቷል።
数据共享2010开放的政策新的方向